Right, yeah, so short stream today because I've got my driving lesson in an hour and a half. So yeah, I was just looking at this knight character, and he went from one that I really wasn't sure how to draw to, like, I think this is like the thumbnail, the poster child of the game, just because I think it looks kind of unhinged. It looks fun. So yeah, finished. So last night, finished converting all the characters from prefabs to bits of script, and I did this sort of, I guess, because we are very much very soon entering the balancing stage. We balance by using a bunch of like rules essentially. So for example, if you have lifesteal, then you get a little bit less max HP. If you're ranged or if you're very fast, you get a less max HP. And then what we do is with all the characters, so that way I don't need to write out all the stats for each character. And if I was like, oh, I think all of the shield users should have a bit more HP, I could just multiply all of them at once. Say, oh, okay, shield users should have like 20% more HP. Okay, I would just do that here rather than having to, because there's 80 characters, which turned out to be quite a lot. But you know, that's the fun part. So yeah, we did that. Finished converting all the characters from prefab to script. So that was just data entry, very tedious. Took about an hour. Watched a podcast. It was fun. And yeah, started refactoring the code. So just before my son interrupted me this morning, I was going through these and basically, yeah, this big list of, now that we've changed from character to character container in terms of like what's happening in the game, and character in terms of what stats they have, we've got a lot of lines of code that we have to kind of just change the odd thing. So for example, yeah, this is pointing to, so the dead list is a list of characters, it should be a list of character containers, and then that will clear that up. And what we should hope to see is that things just kind of work once I've done this. So, you know, fingers crossed. Yeah. And then in some cases we have to say, oh, target dot HP, current health, which is confusing. HP is better. HP, let's keep it simple. And yeah, we don't need as many like, oh, what was the original HP? That comes from the character that's on them. So for each character container, yeah, target.hp, target, and then max HP would be target.character.max HP, and so on. So fairly monotonous bit of refactoring here. You can hear all the laughter going on. Everyone's having fun while I'm working. But you know, I like working. I like making games. Almost as much as I love spending time with my kids. I think it's balance, isn't it? If I was spending all my time with my kids, I would be desperate to do some work. And vice versa. If I was working all the time, I would be desperate to spend a bit more time with my kids. Character equals team dot characters. So what's the problem there? Oh, character controller. No, character container. Shit, I hope I haven't done that elsewhere. Character container, and then target. Yeah, so it's just a lot of this. Yeah, so we need to go in here, magic attack, and this is character container. And now I'm going to start, so I'm just hacking it at every angle basically. I'll start doing this script then. So that's a capital D, and so on. Character dot, and there will be some confusion, as like here we're still just calling it character rather than character container. Maybe I should, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that because just to avoid some confusion. So character container. Character container. Character container. And I've capitalized these because they're now public. So yeah, just very kind of fairly tedious, fairly boring refactoring of code. Character container, this would be character container.myTeam. That should be capitalized. And basically we just keep going until the code compiles, and then you know, hopefully things should just kind of work. There'll be the awkward bit is like when we actually generate all these objects. Target. Why can't we get a transform? So target. Because that needs to be character container, and then that should work. Character container dot character, and that's a capital A, and so on. And then this make AoE effect asks for a character. It should be asking for a character container. Okay. And then we can start. We can go back to this one and just start smashing out the red on this one as well. Okay. I'm back here. Okay, ¿tú vas a jugar acá? Okay. Muy bien, mi amor. Yo voy abajo con el manito, ¿ok? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Amor, voy a bajar a cambiarle el pañuelo a tu hermano, ¿ok? ¿Tú vas a jugar aquí arriba? Vale, no entres en la habitación de papá. ¿Me lo prometes? Ok, gracias, cariño. Just like this. Character container now has lots of bugs, not bugs, code errors. I guess you call them errors. Okay, yeah, no, that happens elsewhere. hp_bar.max, so that's, yeah, max. So this will be character.maxhp. Current, so HP equals character.maxhp equals HP. Total speed equals, no, we don't have that anymore. No, I think we do. Do we have total speed here? Yeah, I think we do need to record that just because it makes life easier. So I think we have so total speed equals character dot speed times character dot speed x. So this would be character dot, oh yeah, because we're on the character container, so no. Character dot total speed is character dot speed Do we have a speed X? Speed multiplier? No, I think we were just gonna affect that. So actually, yeah, let's. So I had a fundamental like maths fail because I was like, I figured if you, yeah, like dividing and multiplying a number, like it would sort of end up with a different result. But apparently it doesn't matter what order you do the multiplications and divisions. As long as they're all there, you kind of end up with the same result, regardless of the order. Reach buff in bus. Oh, this is just a capital beat. Equals character dot sprite. HP equals character dot max HP. The value equals HP. No. Yeah. Current. If it's current health, it means HP. Okay. gm.c.player.hp. c.player. Okay, you get better luck. Why is that on death though? Oh, I see. Because that's when a character dies and that's when they might drop the loot. Okay, this probably isn't the best place for it, but one thing at a time. So character dot max HP. So if you're at if you're at a third of your HP, you get better luck. Which kind of makes the meta to like almost intentionally get to less than a third of your HP, just so you get all the good items, more likely to get chests and stuff. Interesting. Okay, so that we have level, and I think that is stored here. No? Okay. Character.level. So we'll need to do that for each of these. So this is where we get our drops. So on the player level means one thing. On the enemy level, just relates to how much what loot you get. Of course, I could do find and replace here, but this is almost just as quick, and it allows me to kind of pace my thinking. But then, as I see that I've got a bunch of them and I'm confident, then I can just... Okay, so now we're at buffs. And so in each case, it's going to be character dot. And we're going to be capitalizing. So we'll copy character dot. So I'm just attacking, I'm just kind of like letting the machine guide me. Yeah. Speed X. Can I find... Because we should just be able to modify speed. Yeah, speed X never comes up. That's not a stat that happens, so we can just get rid of this. Which is nice, makes the script less weighty. And I don't know if there are any buffs that just do damage X. Oh no, apparently they do. Yeah, damage. Yeah, okay. So in this case it would be character dot capital D HP. No. Character dot max HP. I mean, it's been working so far, I'm not going to question it. Okay. Shall we do? So yeah, speed. Because basically the reason that speed is just speed rather than a speed multiplier is because that's just stored on the character, while attack speed is a multiplier on all the weapons it has, but speed is just, it's not a multiplier on speed, it's just that's the speed. So speed, and I'm worried there could be issues here, but you know. So yeah, character.speed. This is weird, this system, but could be improved, but it's not really essential. And yeah, I mean this buff system isn't the best because I probably could like have a buff, have a list of stats, and stat wouldn't just be like I would make a class for a stat which would have a name like that. That would be the better way to do it, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Very tedious. Collect radius. This isn't a thing anymore. So I'm going to find all instances. Yeah, so this isn't a buff anymore. I'm actually just going to get rid of this. If we bring it back, I'm happy to rewrite it. Oh, okay, interesting. All right, so that is a thing. Because yeah, it's just a meta progress issue. Okay. Character. No, so. Huh. Okay, so we do need this back then. Except, yeah. And we're going to have to do this for removing buff and adding buff. But you know, no pain, no gain, right? I'm just thinking I could probably go through all of these and just find all instances of attack speed and replace it with attack speed X, and that should then it's just a much easier job of just doing that, pasting that before. Did I change? Damn it. Damn it. Sorry, I need to undo that then. I think that's going to be quicker. So I went and changed. Ah, because when I changed speed, I see. Okay. So I'll just do those manually. Transform local scale equals. Okay, so we don't use this original size thing anymore. We can just do this. I've learned so much making this game. When I started, I was like, great, I've learned so much. Like, this is going to be better this time. My driving lesson got pushed up to 2 o'clock, so quicker than we thought. So I've got 20 minutes. So much of this is kind of slightly awkward spaghetti. I mean, I may have made a few mistakes here, so we could end up with all kinds of weird bugs popping up, but you know, as I said, no pain, no gain. Okay, we've lost our position. I'm going to go back to the top then, and we're going to be on a different thing entirely. Damager.myTeam. So Damager should be a character container. Got so quick at typing, it's often just quicker just to retype it than yeah. Okay, let's go from the top here then, and to like paste it from somewhere. Reset timer. So let's do this again. Worky, worky, work. Trying to avoid this kind of stuff, but you know, sometimes it has to be done. Yeah, now that I've done them all. It's quite sort of peaceful, this, in a way. It's kind of like untangling wires, organizing. I used to spend so much time organizing like VHSs. Just found it fun, I guess. This is bad code. There's lots of bad code. We'll refactor it, but it doesn't cause any harm. But yeah, we'll refactor it sort of as and when it's needed. I think I'll do a video on at some point. I'm gonna make a note of that, like video on refactor or not refactor, because you can spend forever refactoring your code. I've done that. Made a project take way longer than it needed to. And let's just be diligent here, just while I spot it. There will be some points where like we're sort of referencing a temporary thing, which is would be called character, rather than yeah, random buff all. Where are we at with this? Yeah, player dot character. And so yeah, at some point we'll get rid of all of these red lines, and then we'll be closer. This is totally vestigial. This doesn't ever happen in the current build of the game, and probably won't. So yeah, let's just do container, just for absolute clarity. Okay, make rain should be asking for container. I wonder if that's troublesome. Like if accessing the character on a character container takes time or not. Like if it's that expensive. Okay. So here is where we do need to be intelligent. Player equals new character container. Construct character. That. Where were we putting them before? I guess we don't need to worry about the parent for the hero. No worries about the parent. Okay, that should work. So we can get rid of this. Quaternion identity. Yeah, I started this project as an experiment of like, well, use it with an experiment of like seeing if I could get AI to kind of code it for me, basically. And the answer is not really. I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm never doing that again, because AI can get better. But like, there's so many reasons why it just makes sense to do it yourself. And I wish I had done it myself, actually. Like, if I could turn back time and speak to my younger self, I'd be like, yeah, don't use AI, just do it yourself. You know how to do it. It's fine to use it for bits, but it was quite a fun experiment, though. I mean, that's how I know. So, player.faction. Wait, that shouldn't. They've already got their faction. Faction 0 is player.faction though. Okay. HUD.player should be a character container. Like, this is probably redundant, but again, I'm not worried about doing further refactoring until I've like settled this change. Okay, volume X should be. is this? Take damage. Okay, yeah, fine. So this would be character.max HP. It's so scary, like, editing this much code, because it could break everything, but I just have to be brave. Okay, death rattle if character dot death rattle. Oh. Okay, that's my driving instructor outside, so I'm going to have a little smoke before I start. So yeah, thank you very much, anyone who joined, and yeah, this is another very short stream. I will be back tomorrow afternoon, so at 1 p.m. I might do a little short stream in the morning as well, we'll see. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers, bye.